Welcome to Management Information Systems. My name is Mary Jo Black, and I will be your instructor for this class. First of all, let me tell you just a little bit about myself. If you go to the instructor information in Blackboard and take a look, it will have the information concerning me. I actually work for Madison Area Technical College as an applications project lead for LMS Technologies. I guess in simple terms, I am a system administrator for Blackboard, and I also work on projects for the learning management system and major projects in the university. I have a master's degree in education. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration and an associate's degree in computer science. And I also have a green belt in Lean Six Sigma for project management. So that's a little bit about me. I'm looking forward to getting to know you in this course and helping you with the class. I thought what I'd start out with is talking just a little bit about Blackboard. One of the things you're going to notice is that on the left-hand side of the menu are all the links for the class. If you go through them, there's the home page. There are times that I may send you a message through the My Announcements area. I'll probably send you announcements about things that are pertinent to the class. Maybe coming up here, I'll send out a welcome, of course, to the class. The other thing you're going to see is a calendar. This can be used to put your personal deadlines in, class deadlines, etc. Another important feature is the class syllabus. So what I've done is I've put the class syllabus on a PDF format. I've also put it in a Word document. There are Lakeland University policies out on this particular area, and there's class cancellations due to weather. Let's just take a look at the class syllabus. If you take a look, it tells you a little bit about the class and when it's meeting. This is for the summer of 2017. We meet from 6 to 9:15. It's a blend ed class, and you can either come into the classroom, and I'd be happy to spend some time with you there, or you can take the class online, whichever works best for you. If you go down to the instructor contact information, you can see that I have both my email address and also my telephone number if you need to get in touch with me. I'm always willing to help. I do work full-time during the day, so I may not return your telephone calls until in the evening. We have the required textbooks and the ISBN numbers. Those are something that you're going to need. And then you're also going to need to have access to Microsoft Excel 2016. And you can get that by downloading the free version of Office 365. And that's also a part of the first week of the class. There's instructions on how to do that. We're going to take a look at learning outcomes, which will be in the first module for you to take a look at. It's the first week's items that you can take a look at and see the objectives of the course. There will be weekly content that you will need to complete. They will be assignments. They will be discussions. And there will also be exams, a midterm exam and a final exam. If you take a look here, this is the assigned reading and the assignment's due date. And I try to be very clear about when things are due and which modules we'll be working on. If you have any questions, of course, you can get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to help. Here is another example of the names of the assignments and the points assigned. Participation. There will be participation points, which will be in the area of either participation in class or participation via the discussion boards, depending upon which way you want to take the class. If you want to take it face to face, or if you want to take it and do it online and do it through the discussion boards. And here is the grading scale. It will help you take a look at where you are in the class. This is the final total. So as you go through the class, you'll be able to get an idea of where you are percentage-wise. And here, if you take a look, this is the percentage that you need for each of the grades, an A, B, B, etc. So then you'll know exactly where you are in the class when you take a look at Blackboard. So let's take a look back. I'm going to go back to the top here, and we're going to get out of the syllabus. And again, here's the instructor information I showed you before. Here's a look at the weekly content. So in week 1, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to read in the text Office 2016 Module 1 and 2, and then also read Modules 3 and 4 for the next class. The assignments that are going to be due is an introduction paper, week 1 homework, and Modules 1 and 2 homework and discussion. So if we take a look at the weekly content by clicking on the link, you'll see that I have some objectives for the class, which we'll be covering throughout the class. There's also a link for how to install Office 365 to your PC. There's information on how to post assignments. There's an introduction PowerPoint, which I will be going through in a video. And there's Excel Module 1, which you will be for the Module 1 PowerPoint. Again, I will be creating a presentation for that. There's a module on PowerPoint presentation on Office 2016. And if you take a look, there's also an assignment called the Concept Review. And I've attached a link so that you can download this Word document and fill it in. That's a part of the Module 1 assignment, and we'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, let's get rid of this. And then here's the student files that you'll be using for the class itself. Then we get into Module 2, which, again, I will be creating a video for so that you can see what Module 2 is all about. I'll go through the PowerPoints and have a discussion about the PowerPoint and the things that you'll learn in Module 2. Some really cool things is there's some videos that talk about the ribbon bar. I want to give you some additional information so that you can have more than just the PowerPoints and me talking to you about the course itself. There's also Excel formula training. That's a video that you may find very helpful. There's an overview of formulas for Excel, and there's an order of precedence, and that's in a PDF format. And if you think back to your days in middle school, I think you'll remember the order of precedence, but we can discuss that more as we move through the modules. Again, I'd like to welcome you to class. I look forward to having you in the class. Please take a look at Blackboard so that you can take a look and see what's happening in our class on a weekly basis. Submit assignments. So for week 1, you're going to take a look, and this is the assignments that you're going to have to be submitting. There's an area for you to submit those assignments right here. So there's the introduction paper. There's the homework for week 1, which is the concept review. There's the discussion for week 1. There's the week 1 Excel Module 1 homework, and there's the week 1 Excel Module 2 homework. So those are the things that you're going to be working on. If you click on these, you will notice that there's a place to submit each one of these. So right here, you can go ahead and submit your assignment, and it has the due date there, 6/11 at 11:59 p.m. And you either browse your computer or you can drag it and drop it into this box and click on submit. So that's kind of how the assignments are submitted. Here is the discussion board. So the discussion board is set up with different weeks for the discussion. So in the first discussion, what I want you to do is I want you to do some research on the internet about Excel training and talk about it with your colleagues in the discussion board. I want you to tell them what you find useful about some of the training internet sites that you found. And if you take a look at the evaluation of discussion boards, you'll be able to see how you should pursue posting to the discussion board. And let me go to that area quickly so that you can see how that's going to be done. So if I go to the syllabus again and take a look, it will talk about discussions and how they are graded. Excuse me. So here's the grading rubric for the online discussions. It talks about exemplary, sufficient, developing. Let me just move this down a little bit. Beginning and unacceptable. So if you want to have exemplary, you need to post 4 times during the week. So 4 or more separate times during the week, 3 or more separate days for 7-week classes. For the 10-week classes, it will be the same. So they can't be just yes or no. You actually have to put some effort into the posts that you make or the responses that you make. And you have to use some insight and some thought and analysis. And you have to make connections to previous or current content in real life situations. So take a look at these grading rubric, and it will help you in performing up to speed on your posting for your discussions. Okay, let's go back down to the exams. The exams, actually you're not going to see any, but if you take a look in your weekly content, you can see that the midterm exam will be, I'm just going to bring the syllabus back up again so that you can see that. The midterm exam, if you take a look, will be on week 6. And that will be during the week at any time. It'll be opened up to you. It'll be open book, open notes. The final exam will be the same. So let's go back to the Blackboard site again. Then you have your grades. You'll be able to click on that and go to your grades and see where you are in the class. Here's email, to be able to email me or other people in your class. Here's a help link. It's a help link that is more specifically for Blackboard and how to get around in Blackboard. And then there's textbook information and additional web links. So I look forward to working with you in this class. Thank you for your time, and I will talk to you soon.